Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of our podcast, A Little More Light. Today, in the spotlight, we are going to be speaking about an issue that plagues each and every one of us, especially while we're preparing for UPSC, and that is self doubt. I have with me Vinay sir to throw some light on the issue. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
The biggest issue everyone faces, and you have several students who come to you and they say, they're not very confident about their chances. They feel, like the other people are better than them. They see their peers who write better, who, get better marks. So they're always plagued by this self-doubt. Am I good enough? That's probably always running in few people's minds. And I think all of us face it at some instance, right? In our life, like nobody is like 100% confident. So how does one deal with it? Especially for you, when you started Insights, you just came, when all the doors were shut, and, you just came to Bangalore and you started something like, you took a risk and you had the courage to take that risk. But did you not suffer from self-doubt too? And if you did, how did you overcome it? Like in a practical manner?
So, what I've noticed is the source of self doubt is not something wrong that the person himself or herself has committed. So, most of the times, the source of self doubt it starts when the people around you or the people whom you have trusted most start doubting you, right? So, when they start doubting you, I mean, they might be giving you a hint, or they might have explicitly doubted you, saying that it is not for you. What you are doing is not taking you anywhere. You may have to quit. So then it actually comes into the minds of the people, and it's very strong. And in some cases, it starts growing within oneself when have higher expectations within them about themselves. Maybe because of their previous academic record, they might have done well in their schools, colleges. They have been brilliant gold medalists, and suddenly they come into this totally new field when they are not doing well, and they make a comparison that I used to be a brilliant student, now I'm not able to score good marks in these mock tests, or they might fail in UPSC prelims, and then they think that they may not be fit enough. So then the self doubt starts. So in some cases, in very rare cases, I think teachers and their mentors might also do that wrong job. So I have heard about those stories also. And what this self doubt does is it further undermines their ability, right? So it further actually undermines.
It's a vicious cycle.
Yeah. So they are actually able to crack it, but when they start getting self doubt, it diminishes their chances. So because when your mind is doubting itself, doubting your abilities, you tend to spend your time in unproductive stuff, right? Get slightly distracted, and you start indulging in something that is not related to your goal, which is not going to help you achieve your goal. So as you said, it is a vicious cycle. So to deal with self doubt, I think what we need to do is we should talk to good people, somebody who is positive, constructive in their attitude and approach. That is one way. Secondly, we have to be more objective about what we are doing. We have to be honest about it. So the level of competition, the depth of competition, with whom we are actually competing against, what are the positives or negatives that I possess right now. So I think we have to introspect about it and then put a timeline. So this is the amount of time that I'm going to need to crack this examination, right? To improve myself. And then the third, which is very difficult to do, is not to worry about the society at all, right? What they are going to think, what others are going to talk about you, how others are going to judge about you. So I think if you stop worrying about what society is thinking about you, so slowly I think the self doubt will go away. So I think you tend to get self doubt. If it is the old familiar situation, you will never get it because you are confident about dealing with that situation. So when faced with a new situation, I try to understand the outcome of it, in a way that what is worst going to happen, right? If I succeed or if I fail. And then I tell you just have to be honest here. Just you are not here to impress anyone. You are not here to pretend like you are someone else. Just be yourself. Whatever task you are up to, whether it is pursuing this goal, that goal, or any goal, just do it honestly. Dedicate yourself to it. So then usually the outcome is always positive when you are sincere, honest, and you are doing your job. Self doubt and other things slowly fade away, because when you start seeing the fruits, right? When start people appreciating you, when start seeing the growth, right? So that gives you confidence. So it slowly kills self doubt.
So William Shakespeare has written, self-doubts are like traitors, and they actually stop you from achieving or doing things out of the fear to attempt. Like you don't even attempt to do it because you're so scared. And even there's certain people, like their self-doubts, they pretend like they know something, but deep inside they're like, I don't think I'm good enough. So I think we should be honest with ourselves and with others. Like if I don't know something, I have to come and tell you, listen, I don't know, sir, help me, like I don't know this, and you actually give confidence, right? Because yeah, and we've done that several times. So I think you need to be honest with yourself and also to somebody you trust.
Exactly. So that is when you become light. What I mean to say is that when you are honest and when you don't pretend, we have a word for be unassuming,
Yeah.
right? So be in a room as if you're nobody in a room, right? So it is all, everything we do is part of learning, right? So the thing is, we have to see everything as part of learning, evolution of our own mind and our own thinking. So then you will have the courage to go and talk to people, ask them for help, seek their wisdom. So if you think that you are smart and you want to do alone, as you said, you may be brilliant, but deep within you will have certain doubts, right? Put your ego aside, right? I might come across as very humble person. I am humble way of dealing with the arrogant people, without letting go of my ego. Nothing is little ego is important, but you can keep aside that bad ego of yours, which thinks that you are better than others, which thinks that you can do everything on your own, right? So we are living in a society, right? We have a relationship. The society we have created for the purpose of helping each other, right? So you can never do anything alone.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, man.